This video is going to be so much fun. Please sit back and enjoy as we get ready to go on a trip. Mile-wise and time-wise. So hold on, here we go. What's really going on, PEZ Collecting fans? Josh the PEZ guy here on the PEZ Book channel. Do me a favor, questions, comments, concerns, any and everything down below. Now then. So I have these cool retro tags. So these were sold at the PEZ Visitor Center. And as you can see, they're luggage tags. Put your information on there and put it on your luggage when you're going to the latest PEZ convention. Or if you just want to go on a trip. So let's take these two tags and go on a trip, shall we? Yes, we shall. And this adventure is back to Springboro, Ohio, where we've been before. Do you remember that? Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't show you. We better show you. So here we go. You see, this PEZ collection is not why I'm here. It's the journey that this PEZ collection is about to take. This PEZ room used to have a lot more PEZ in it, but now it's starting to be boxed up and put away for an expansion. There is too much PEZ. Look, behind each one, there's these bins, because they're ready for their move. But what is really cool is the organization. All right, let's start with A for Angry Birds, then Asterix, and then B-Movie. And then, okay, so you guys are starting to get it. Everything here is alphabetized. And then we go over to Cars, Chicken Little, Christmas. This is really cool done. More PEZ, ready to be taken to its new PEZ room. The Pops. Yep, the Pop craze is just starting. Do you have them all? Didn't think so. They're releasing them too fast. So here we go down the steps. The steps still have to be finished. I wonder if there's going to be PEZ artwork up here on the walls. But here is the plan. This huge area here is going to be covered in PEZ. The plan is, and the whole reason we're making this video, Jim has invited me over here to his house to videotape and log for you how to put together a PEZ room. And this is how he is doing it. He has everything boxed up. He's moving things. Here you can see a bunch of boxes over here to the left. But yes, PEZ will be all over the place. And how big is this area?
This is 44 feet long.
44 feet, and how wide is the room going to be here?
We've got about 20 to 25 feet.
All right. So basically 40 by 20 feet, and it's going to be covered in PEZ dispensers. I can't wait. But I'm going to have to. But you won't, because we have the power of video technology. Watch this. Wait a minute. Our tag changed. Oh, these are the ones that are now available from the PEZ Visitor Center. You get a chance to check them out. This one here, it's a laminated card. Or excuse me. It is a plastic pouch with a card that slides in it to appear laminated, I should say. And then you have this cool plastic thing to belt it onto your luggage. And it says PEZ Candy Packs. So this is the newer one. So that means the ones before we showed were in the past, and this is in the future. We're now in the future! Oh, I wonder what the future holds. As you can see by the Christmas decoration hung with care, that there has been a passage of time. And since there has been a passage of time, we shall now open the door and ta-da! See, I had to wait a really long time. But however, you at home watching this did not. Yes, they did end up putting PEZ pictures on the wall. Whoa! Watch out! Must navigate yourself. I'm glad they didn't put a lot of vintage on the wall. This would have been a very treacherous video to make. But we do see the PEZ girl with a big smile on her face, because PEZ makes you smile, of course. Finding that set complete. We will one of these days. All right. And now into this amazing, giant PEZ room. I wonder how many PEZ presents are going to be underneath of that tree this year. Oh, but we do have some puzzles. You know, PEZmania actually gave away a couple puzzles. Here you see them. The invasion of the PEZ heads. If you've never been to a convention, very good times, very good times. And, oh, wow. This is amazing. Okay, so this collection is organized in a very cool way.
And then we have a total of all of our individual dispensers right there. And then the number over in the green is the number of total items, which also includes the things down here like non-dispensers, like the fuzzy Arctic babies and the banks that you all know and love, and the barnyard babies and so on. And we've got candy packs included in there.
This is awesome! Santa Claus is ready to deliver all types of PEZ candy. That is cool. With Rudolph in the front. That is awesome. And wait a minute. Oh, that elf has it made. Look at all the PEZ candy. He's going to be up all night doing all kinds of mischief. All right, but back to the collection at hand. There's a certain organization to the collection.
Everything is alphabetized by set down here on the left side. And then, of course, within each set you have to alphabetize everything. So the black bird, and then Chuck, and the green pig, and the red bird, and so on.
So everything's in alphabetical order. When we go up here, are they called the Aristocats? I'm not sure.
44 cats.
Or 44 cats. So we start with numbers. And then we have Aladdin, and then Angry Birds, and but wait a minute. Then we have them in alphabetical order too. Okay, so then we go to the asterisk set, and it's asterisks, obliques, muslix. I'm not even sure. I don't even know enough to even be able to sort these this cool way. But this is an amazing way to log your collection, because then you know everything you have and exactly where it is. But when the new Blues Clues comes out and you add blue and magenta into the B section, if you don't have room, oh no, then you must move one, which means you must move them all. Oh, regardless, this collection is just mystifying everything about it. All right. So one thing I did want to show you is every once in a while, there's a cool couple top pieces set aside out front. B, Bicentennial. That is so cool. Now down here, now I was speaking to Jim and he was telling me he is going to attempt to go after each and every single Barky dog. That is quite the task, quite the task.
Only like 45 more to go.
Only 45 more to go as of right now. But the Katrina PEZ. Oh, these are really cool. They also have a custom candy pack that goes with these also. And more Barkies. See, and you thought above, that's how many there were up above. No, there's this many more. And look, they're hiding mini Barkies. Now, also you see below the PEZ heads for life, the Rambo relayers. They raised a lot of money for a good cause, and they achieved their goal. And that's just a way of showing that, you know, the whole PEZ world, how they all unite, all the PEZ collecting fans, and support each other. That's a really cool thing. And this is quite a dedication in the collection to have. Very cool, very cool. Now, if we look up here, we have numerous pops and giants. Now, there's two giants I wanted to point out. One is the Moon Man. Now, the Moon Man can be extremely fragile, especially up here where the top of the flag can break off during shipping. So be very careful with that right there. And also next to it, this one here, again, that's New York Goes to Hollywood? Yes, New York Goes to Hollywood. This is a star from an MTV show. I'm not sure how many of these were released, but this is a very difficult dispenser to find. So, very cool. And there's Barbie with her hair. You can pull her out there and do her hair however you want to. Cool. Look at all the different Batman. Oh, Elvis! Elvis has now entered the building. Speaking of Elvis, I want to show you something down here, since we were just talking about giants. Now, I'm going to unbury this here. There's this limited edition Elvis dispenser, and it's a giant. Well, if you look in here, he has a special necklace. It's really cool. A 14-karat gold-plated necklace on Elvis! Very neat. Haven't seen that variation before. And it says there was 10,000 made. I need to get out more, I think. This COVID's got to me. Oh, look at all the keychains. So many different keychains. Oh! Those are difficult to find, those forest animals. Look at all the different Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and a few other Disney characters. Ooh, Dumbo's there. Oh, look at this cool circus elephant. So, circus elephants come in a couple different versions. You see the pointy hat on the left. There's also a flat hat version. Well, this one here is the hair version with a rare gray head. It's funny, gray elephants are more common in real life than aqua ones, but in PEZ world, the gray's way more rare. So cool with the hair, too. Oh, there's that flat hat version we were talking about. Next to these misfit snowmen. Don't eat the yellow snow, kids. Do not eat the yellow snow. Oh, the Crystal Elf! Such a hard dispenser to find. I don't know why. Crystal Santa, there he is. Crystal Icy Bear. Crystal Rudolph. Crystal Reindeer. Rudolph has a red nose. Reindeer has a black nose. I didn't mess up there. Come on, kids. But the Crystal Elf, very difficult to find. Very difficult. Santa, the full body dispenser. There it is, yellow Deadpool. So difficult to find. One of the first chase they came out with. Elvis, still here. Elvis is well represented in this collection. But what PEZ collection isn't? Snow White. 3 different versions of Snow White. On the no feet. Actually 4 if you want to count another real rare. I think it's a purple variation. But you'll see purple and white. Here you see the yellow and blue. And there's also a pink and blue. Very neat. And it's Easter time. Hey, the egg baby is in the house. Oh, I wish conventions were able to do cool dispensers like this again. So many cool colors, so vibrant. Oh, and then there's this cool bunny rabbit. And here we see some other items that are given away at conventions. Not just for dispensers, mind you. But you can also get cool items, like some pins and the keychains there, or even some grandstands. You can purchase grandstands at conventions too. Or Elvis PEZ dispensers, again, well represented in this collection. And that's no doo-doo, folks. That's no doo-doo. Finally, a Monopoly Man PEZ dispenser. We no longer have to tear apart a ringmaster and a doctor to make him. He is there available in a much cheaper form. Oh, look at all the different watches. Oh, here's something really cool. 2 for 1. 2 for 1 now. We have this cool 50-year anniversary watch with Peter PEZ on it next to this little Shamu dispenser. Those are really hard to find. Very difficult. I think they were only given away at SeaWorld. But you'll see them sometimes on these yellow cards here as well. Very cool. Oh, room for expansion. Oh, here we go. That cool ghost with pupils. So much cheaper to make them without pupils. You wouldn't imagine how much paint that is when it adds up. But it does. Look at the funky faces. They're all so funky. Especially this homemade fantasy funky face. Very cool. Hey, we found Nemo! He is no longer lost. The end. Oh, here's something. Did you know? There's 2 different versions. So, M2 has released numerous PEZ vehicles, PEZ cars, PEZ trucks. As you can see them here. Well, they've released a few chase versions. And here is an example of one of the chase versions. So the one on the left, if you look up in the left corner, see, can I get it in there? It's like 65 or 6,800 pieces made. Well, this one here on the right, it has this little shiny sticker. 750 pieces were made. So yeah, definitely have to get that variation in your collection. Oh, and speaking of variations in a collection, look at these Valentine hearts. These can be so difficult. With heart color, with font, with stem color, and then stem art, and then there's crystals, and then there's solids, and then there's eBays, and then there's USAs, and then there's these cool ones with the faces on them now. And whew, there's a lot of hearts. There's a lot of hearts there. Speaking of a lot, Hello Kitty. There are so many Hello Kitty dispensers. And they aren't stopping. They aren't stopping. They've come out with Hello Kitty Mermaid, Hello Kitty Llama, Hello Kitty Cloudy even, and Crystal, and Solid. Whew. The variations are unbelievable. And we are only halfway through, folks. But just remember, when you tell people that you do collect PEZ, please pronounce the P. You know, let them know that PEZ is a wonderful candy. And you enjoy this wonderful candy because it has these wonderful candy dispensers. And when somebody buys you something, make sure they buy you something that is based on this candy. you don't necessarily need a PEZ for your PEZ collection. Just saying. Just saying, that's a thing. That's a thing. Then back to the collection. Ooh, a less than Jake record. They call them 45s, kids. Yep, those were a thing. Those were a thing. Ooh, Hello Kitty. There are those tongue tattoos. We so need to make a video of these. So need to make a video of these. Oh, look at this. Speaking of home renovations, that would be great to have glass block windows featuring PEZ. Oh, that poor panda. He has no eyes. There's so many messed up pandas out there. So many. Here you can see the different misfit elephants. Ooh, the Jurassic Park dinosaurs. They're hiding back there. Oh, they're there. There's a pig! Awesome. Awesome. Oh, and there's those LOLs. Those LOLs. Here soon, they will be making room here in the collection for Series 2. Now, you hear that, Bugs? Your place may be taking over. Huh? Oh, and here we see the whistles. Merry Melody Makers are very cool. Oh, and there you see that pointy beak. There on the far left. That penguin. It's the harder one to find. Put your eye out, folks. Down below here, so you see the keychains. We also see these cool calculators. Now there's 6 in the set, and there's going to be 2 different printings. You see the blue printing and then the white printing. But yeah, 6 different color crystals. Hey, Snoopy. He represents a lot of teams. A lot of teams. Oh, and here are the PEZ Pal Chases from Funko. So cool. I like the yellow fireman a lot. Wish they would have made a vintage version of that. That one's really cool. A little white zebra looking cat. Bozo! Very neat. Here's that Monsters set. Monsters Aliens. Those are tough finds. Very tough finds. And Mr. Bean with Teddy. Always a fan. Always a fan. All right, now, excuse me. Whew, getting choked up when it comes to these minis. So, there are numerous sets. These are now in numerical order on which set was released. So this is set number 1, set number 2, set number 3, and so on and so forth. So cool. Some of these characters, I mean, I don't even know who some of these characters are. And that's why it's cool to see a lot of different character heads. Here you can see the crystal versions and the solid plastic versions. Really cool. I know that. That's Peanuts. I know the Peanuts gang. Oh, Crystal Snoopy. That's really neat. And some Pokemon. You must catch them all. 6 in that set. So some of them have 5, some of them have 6 in each one of the sets. Oh, here's those pewter paperweights. So this is the bride and the groom. There's a few other different versions. And speaking of versions and variations, I think they call this the crystal ball. There you can see the different color stars on them.
Mystic crystal.
The Mystic Crystal Ball. Wonder if that's what Mr. Mystic possessed back in the day. Oh, and here we see numerous variations of Miss Piggy, including a double down version. That is really cool. So which stem is she on? Looks like she's on an Austria stem. Oh, that's cool. Very neat. Oh, look at that. It's a hat. Very cool. Oh, and here's some of the college footballs. And those hockey goalie helmets. Those are really neat. Oh, and snow globes. You gotta love a good snow globe. Very cool. Very cool. Now here's something I didn't know about. They have these angry birds on these little soft dispensers. Those are really cool. Very neat. Here we're getting into our presents. And Popeye! And again, Pokemon. You must catch them all. Each and every single one of them. Oh, look at all the PEZ guys up there. Hey, what's going on, PEZ guys? And here we see the PEZ boy all dressed up in his body parts, as well as the PEZ girl dressed up.
With and without the diamond on the shield there.
Oh. And just point out there are two variations of these shields. The one on the right has the two diamonds above the circle, where the one on the left does not. Huh? You guys got that variation? Yeah. Here we see a few pals. Oh, that crystal cop, he's cool. There's his matching crystal firefighter. Oh, that crystal bride from the VIP, she's cool. And by the way, still, giants and pops and Count Chocula. There's no pops. What was that thing that did the pops? Oh, He-Man! This Skeletor chase, I must say, definitely one of the coolest pop PEZ that they came out with, in my opinion. Now, this is one of my favorite dispensers, and you rarely, if ever, see the psychedelic flower in vintage form. But it was a vintage dispenser. And here are the re-releases. Such a cool looking dispenser. So psychedelic. I mean, the hand in the eye, that's one thing, but the eye in the flower, I think that one's cool. A little special. Well, the Rolling Stones, don't forget, they have their own dispensers. As do the Smurfs. Now remember, there's going to be numerous variations of the Smurfs, so be careful when you go down that rabbit hole. The cartoon wasn't joking. There was hundreds and hundreds of them. Here we see all these sports teams. Wait a minute! We found it! We found a gold SpongeBob! All right! Okay, so it's not the same, but we did find a gold SpongeBob. So there's a little bit of excitement level there. That is cool. Oh, and here's some of those phone strap holders. Difficult to find out of Japan. On the Crystal Sesame Street. So those are no-foot dispensers with those little stands. Not vintage no feet. Just no feet with a stand. And trucks. How do you display your trucks? very closely and organized perfectly. That's how. This is so cool. A wall of trucks. Some cool cars up top. Now, if you zoom into some of these up here, these are custom. And they have different artworks on them. That's really cool. Sorry, I'm looking at them too. These are really neat. Oh, I like the pop culture there. So cool. So cool. Into the different Star Wars. Now the Star Wars, they also have some of those no feet versions as well with the stands. Now you have to have the stand for it to be complete. Here are other Star Wars. And some promotional items. There's the Bolo Bear. Oh, there's that cool space one. Oh. Very neat dispenser.
Compact Penguin is up there too.
Oh, the Compact Penguin! Thanks for pointing that out. Very neat. Both of those dispensers made without permission from PEZ. Very cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles! There's too many Ninja Turtles. There's too many Ninja Turtles. There's too many Ninja Turtles. Oh, so many turtles. Don't forget the ones with the body parts now, kids. Oh, and those tins. I hope they keep releasing those tins. The artwork on them is amazing. Very much so. And the Yummy Bubbles. But there are different variation stem colors on these Yummy Bubbles, so make sure you look out for those. Oh, and the different Jones Sodas bottles. Very cool. Oh, and there's those stopwatches. You don't see those very much anymore. Oh, and the bendies, the bendables. There is the collecting. There is the whole set you can collect of 6. Easy enough for me to say. I gotta go excited about it. Oh, in the PEZ card game collector's album. This is the actual album that you keep the cards in. That's right. It is a thing. You thought finding the cards were hard enough. Whew. That's where it's tough. Where'd everything go? Oh, this is the room for expansion. So when you get a new A, you have to put it in way down there. And then push all of these down here. Whew. Talk about hands-on PEZ. That's a lot of moving around and such. Wow. But such a very cool PEZ collection, though. Jim, thank you very much for allowing us to come in here and log your collection. There's that porcelain hinge little display thing. That's neat. Very cool. But thank you very much again for allowing us to film this massive, massive collection. Whew. See, it's a job. And over time, you can make something look so wonderful. But sometimes you got to put the time and effort into it. And here you can see the time and effort more than paid off into something amazing. So until next time.